Hello, hello. How is everyone doing, you guys? Okay, so you know that I've like literally been trying to work with lashes, like try to put lashes on and stuff. So I had lashes on, and when I was looking in the mirror, they looked like really good. But then when I put the video on, the lashes looked so incredibly hideous. So I just took them off and I was like, okay, yeah, no, we're not doing lashes tonight. I even asked Rocky, I was like, how do my lashes look? But I don't even think he said anything. I think he probably took one look at them and was like, eh. Hey, Nakia. How's it going? So I just want to get this shared into a couple of groups because this is such a great, it's just going to be a great, what do you call it, topic, I think. So I just need to get it shared into a couple of groups and then we will get started. So I'm going for a few looks today, if you can't tell. I have not washed my hair since Wednesday, and so I'm trying to like do things with it. And so I'm going for like, well, when I had the lashes on, if you guys want to see, like when I had the lashes on. Okay, so let me see here. So when the lashes were on, I was going for like gypsy, fortune teller, let me tell you your fortune, what's gonna happen. So that was the look I was going for with these. And then I was also going for like the Bret Michaels look. You know how, do you know that the reason Bret Michaels are so, I've been told, don't quote me on this, but I have been told that the reason that Bret Michaels always wears those bandanas is because he's secretly bald. So hey Amanda, so that's another thing that I've been told. Okay, I'm just going to share this to my personal page today. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm sharing this. No, that's not what I want to do. Hold on just a second, you guys. So anyways, hey Rachel. So yeah, so I was going for the first I was going for with the lashes, the fortune teller look. Then I was going for the Bret Michaels look. And then also too, I kind of noticed too that I'm kind of going for like the Willie Nelson look. So we got a bunch of looks going on here. You name it, I'm doing it. Can you believe that I can still type pretty good with these talons? Rocky just made a comment about them today when we were at lunch. He's like, man, those nails are long. I was like, I know, I love them. If you guys wouldn't mind, please share this video because I bet you that you know someone who would get lots of value from this. Always. Hey, okay, here we go again. Beth. Thank you, Rachel. I really like it too. I do really like the dark, so just to let you guys know really quickly, okay, so now we have that shared. So just to let you know, okay, so when I dyed my hair, because my hair is so, it was so like white, it has not taken the red very well. So the red has actually really has faded. So we're going to recolor this again so it goes more in with the extensions. But I have gotten a lot of compliments on my hair being this dark, and I absolutely love it. Someone was saying today that it makes my face look really warm, which I also think so too. It like warms it up a little bit. So yeah, let's just say we're probably going to be keeping the dark for quite some time. So, but I just, like I said, I just need to get this right here darkened just a little bit more so it just blends in a little bit better. Okay, so couple things. When you guys jump on, please just make sure to say hello. If you are new here, please just put new and where you are watching from. Also, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, I would absolutely. Yes, new background. I have gotten a few new backgrounds. I'm like, you know what? I kind of need to be a little bit more I kind of need to be a little bit more professional now that I'm kind of moving up in the world, I guess. So I needed to get a few backgrounds. So hey, Renee. So everyone wasn't just looking at my messy room. Okay, really quickly, when you jump on, say hello. If you are new, say hello and where you're watching from. Also, please share the video or spread the love. You know, I always say spread it like herpes. Because I just really can honestly say I am so super excited to actually do this video, you guys. I really, really, really feel that anyone can get something from it. And it really took me a while to kind of understand like this whole concept or whatnot. So yes, and then also, whoa. Also, of course, if you are catching it on the replay, #replay. So thank you, Renee. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started. So, if you follow me on my other social media accounts, you know that every Monday is a Motivational Monday. So last Monday we talked about how I deal with anxiety and depression and what I do to kind of overcome it. And I also put in a couple of books there of what I've read that kind of helped me within that and just really helped me to understand like how God wanted us to be and when he means living a free life, of like what free truly really means. So in any type of business that you do, whether it be business or life or anything, mindset is such a big thing. And I think it wasn't until I started doing real estate and I got on with Keller Williams that I realized what mindset was all about and what your mind can do. Your brain is a powerful thing, and it literally can, and it changes throughout your entire life. Neuroplasticity is how we learn new things and we train our brains to think or act in a certain way. So whenever we learn something new, the brain forms new connections between our neurons, which are brain cells. And each time you practice or you revisit the learnings, the connection becomes stronger. And it becomes part of our thought process. So information then transfers into our subconscious mind, which also works even when we are sleeping. So as just from going over that, our brain and our mind is such a powerful thing. And I kind of have like a little thing like on, what is it? So just like kind of a side note, I'm really big onto conspiracy theories, and I know other people might not be so much, but I love conspiracy theories. And for me, I feel like our brains are so powerful, and we only use, if I'm not mistaken, we only use about 10% of our brain. 10% of our brain. And so I feel like, okay, so let's say when we want to, when we're trying to think of, certain things, like for me, I'm trying to think of God, and I'm trying to think of what heaven is going to be like and what God is going to be like and what he's going to like look like. It's almost like our brain just can't comprehend that. Like we can't comprehend, we can't think, like we just can't imagine like that far because we're not using like certain parts of our brains. So my whole thinking with this, and I'm probably really wrong, but obviously I know drugs are bad. Like drugs are bad, okay? But what I think is, I think the reason that the government really doesn't want to legalize a lot of these drugs, because some of these drugs are really used in medical things like ecstasy. Ecstasy can be used in a controlled environment. There are some, if I'm not mistaken, there are some doctors that do use it. They're like not holistic doctors, but there are some doctors that use it in a controlled way, and it really helps people with certain things. So my whole thinking is that the reason that the government does not want to legalize a lot of these drugs is because it opens up part of our brains that we don't really use. So my whole thinking on this too is, okay, everyone says like fairies and dragons and all that stuff and gnomes and like all that stuff is not real. But what if that's not true? Like, what if those things really are real? We just can't see them because our part of that brain is shut off. And then when we take those drugs that open up those part of the brain, that's when we start seeing what's really out there. So that's my thought on that process. But my whole reason by that is our brain and our subconscious is a really, really powerful thing. So one thing, there's a book that I'm going to talk about, but Earl Nightingale, he wrote the book, The Strangest Secret, How to Live the Life That You Desire. And he says, whatever we plant in our subconscious mind and nourish with repetition and emotion will one day become a reality. So whatever we put in our mind, that's what we're going to fixate on. So if we are constantly negative and we're constantly talking about negativity, we're constantly going to be complaining, that's what we are going to attract in our life. But if we're always positive and try to look on the bright side and try to, talk positively, not just think it, but also say it too, then we're going to attract more positivity and more blessings in our life. So, one thing too that can come into this is stop blaming other people and take full responsibility for your expectations. So that way, if they don't meet at your expectations, then you can lower them. But if they do better than expected, just be grateful for that. The same goes for life. So when life is good, be grateful. And when it throws unexpected challenges at you, just respond with kindness and take it as an opportunity to train your mind. So we just always want to be thinking on the bright side of things, thinking on the positive side of things. You guys, I can't stress that enough. So, let me just kind of explain a little bit of something that happened to me when it came to mindset. So, I was sitting in, so Keller Williams runs this training thing, which is called BOLD, and there's some BOLD laws that they talk about, but the one thing was really about changing your mindset and also, whatever you put out in the universe is what you get back, and you can be, do, and have anything you want. That's why I always tell all of you girls, whenever you're watching my videos, and I even try to tell you after you watch my video, or like at the end of my videos, that you guys are amazing creatures. You guys are amazing, and you can be, do, and have anything that you want in this life. You just have to believe it, and if you believe it, you can achieve it. So go out there and chase your dreams, and don't let anyone else tell you differently. Don't put the key to your happiness in someone else's pocket. Stop judging yourself and other people or your life situation. Instead, choose love and kindness and love life as it is. So love your life as it is. We could sit here and we can complain about, oh, I don't have enough money, or I don't have a big enough house, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. But just switch that mindset, and instead of complaining about what you don't have, start talking and being thankful for what you do have. Every morning I would recommend, I'm going to go into this a little bit more, but every morning I would recommend just sitting out and journaling and writing in a gratitude journal. Write in a gratitude journal, just 3 things that you're thankful for. That's also going to help you in that mindset of not thinking about what you don't have, but thinking about what you do have. So you want to love life as it is, love yourself as you are, and love others as they are. So this was kind of like a jump in for me where I wanted to go into a little bit of detail of something that is really important to me. So love yourself as you are. Do you guys realize, I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you what I believe, and maybe you don't believe the same, believe in a higher power, or maybe you don't, or maybe you just believe that humans got here from like, what is it? Like poof or whatever, evolution. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you what I believe. So it's really important to love yourself as you are and to stop judging yourself and stop comparing yourself to other people. Just how boring would it be if every single one of us was exactly the same, looked the same, acted the same, did everything the same? God has purposely made you the way that you are for a reason. Do you know that God already knew before you were even born, before you were even in your mother's womb? Do you know that God had already had a plan at how he was going to make you? Do you know that you are made in the image of God? We sometimes are just so fixated on what others look like, or if I just had this, I would look better, or if I just lost this weight, I would look better, or if I had this done, I would look better. we have to be happy with who we are. And every time like I start to feel down on myself, or I start to just kind of feel, you know, we all go through those times where we might have like, you know, I always say there's times where I feel like I go through like, and I'm not trying to say this as like conceited, but there are times where I do go through times where I think like I'm literally disgusting and like super ugly. But I always try to turn that mindset around, that God has made me and I'm a child of God and I am beautiful in his eyes. And, you know, I should be really happy with who God has made me to be, because he's the one that chose for me to be like this, you know? And so I just always, it's so hard, but seriously, you guys, just love yourself. And when it comes to it, just remember that God made you. He made you in his eyes, and you are beautiful and you are awesome and just amazing. It's like, I just can't stress enough, that, you know, God is this higher power and God is just great. And he made, you know, he made us in his image, and that's like just the most beautiful thing ever. And we just got to remember that. So think of life's dramas as your friend. It's a test that you must prove of how strongly committed you are. So you guys, we go through so many go through so much stuff in life. We go through, you know, drama with friends. We go through turmoil. We go through change, and it really is how we, you know, how we are gonna act. You know, how we act to that. There was a saying on here, and what is it? I don't know where I put it, but we can choose how we react to things. So we can react to change in a negative way. We can react to drama in a negative way. We can react to the loss of a loved one in a negative way. But we just really need to take those as like learning things. I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and you might not know that reason right now, but it will always reveal itself. And I always go back to, you know, God puts us through trials in our life to help us learn, to help us grow deeper into him. And at the end of those trials, there will always be blessings. And God won't ever give us enough that we can't handle. But know that after we come through that, we're going to come out stronger. We're going to come out more like smarter, because we're going to be like, we are going to learn. And we're going to come out with so many blessings. So when it comes to, you know, changing the mindset and also creating this life by design, I feel like, is the law of attraction says we get what we focus on. This is what it was. So what we focus on expands. So if you're going to focus on negativity, that's what's going to, that's what you're going to attract. If you focus on positivity, that's what you're going to attract. Have you ever noticed, you guys, when you wake up and you have a bad day and everything is just going wrong? Like, oh my gosh, I spilled coffee on my shirt. Oh my goodness, I just hit someone. Oh my goodness, I didn't get my work done. Do you notice that that one bad thing that set you off has literally set up your whole day to be negative? And it's because we fixated on that one bad thing, and that was that spilling of the coffee. But had we changed our mindset during that day and just said, I am not going to let that spilling of that coffee get in my way. I am going to have a great day. The day would just go completely different. So focus on, let's see here. Let's not do, okay. So when I wrote this, a lot of this was focused on towards mindset, but also success. Success can be a bunch of different things, you guys, and what is successful to you might not be successful to someone else. So I'm going to tell you one thing for me. Success for me, you guys, is honestly some days just getting out of bed and taking a shower. Getting out of bed, taking a shower, getting ready, getting my boys ready in a timely manner, getting them breakfast and getting them off to school. That to me sometimes is a success, like no joke. So don't think of success as living in a huge house or having all this money, or that could be successful to one person, but that could not be success to you. So when it comes to mindset and be successful, focus on your number one goal and give it 100%. Give 10 times the efforts, keep your commitments, be on time, do what you said you are going to do, and focus. Remember, what we focus on expands. So this one was a big thing for me because I'm always the type of person that, which also this states too, when we change the way that we talk things, I'm always the type of person who starts something and I don't finish it. And that's why I go through a lot of the things that I go through. I feel like that's why I go through depression, and that's why I go through anxiety, is because I start things and don't finish it. And then all of that negative thoughts start popping in. So remind yourself of what success means to you. Set daily intentions and take regular actions. Don't chase vision as a mean to be happiness. Okay, yes. Don't think that when I get this promotion, I'm going to be happy. When I get this much money, I'm going to be happy. When I get this house, I'm going to be happy, because I will be the first one to tell you guys, material things are not going to make you happy. They may fill that void that you're feeling for 2 seconds, and then that void's going to be right back there. So don't use a success and don't chase that vision because you think it's going to make you happy. Make your journey the reward, and you will never waste a day of your life. So when you're going through this journey to work on these things that you focused and that you visioned on, make that journey be the reward. Like, oh my goodness, I got out of bed today and I got my family ready and I got my boys ready and I went to work and I did what I said I was going to do, and how awesome is that? That is what's going to create that happiness. And busy your mind with the concepts of harmony, health, peace, and goodwill, and wonders will happen in your life. Really quickly, I just want to talk about mindset and my whole thing when it came to that. So, like I was saying, is I took this class at Keller Williams, and they were really, really big on mindset, and what you focus on expands. You can be, do, have. What else is there's these bold laws that they talk about. Basically, what you put out, you get back. So, I will say at that time, there were kind of things in my life that weren't going as well, or weren't going how I wanted them to go. And so I just always focused on, actually, I'll just be completely honest. My husband knows about this. My door's open, so he'll hear me. But when things weren't going right in my marriage, I fixated on all the negative things that were going wrong. So if he didn't put the dishes right the correct way, I got annoyed by that. If he didn't take the garbage out, I got annoyed by that. If he didn't help me do this, I got annoyed by that. So I just focused on all the things that he was not doing, but I wasn't focusing on the things that he was doing. A good father to our sons, going to work every day and providing for our family, being able to keep a roof over our head. I only just focused on the negative things, and I'll tell you what, focusing on those negative things really did damage to our marriage, because then all of a sudden, like, all this resentment and stuff just came in. So when I took that class and they were talking about mindset, it really made me think that I'm creating all of this negativity because of me just like focusing on that negativity. So I started to really change my mindset, and I started, you can't change anyone else, but you can change the inside of you. So I tried and started to make changes within me, and I really tried to focus on the positive things that my husband was doing. And he can even say this too. But once I started focusing on the positive things, and once we got past what it was that we needed to get past, and I just always remained thankful, and I always focused on that thing, our marriage completely did a 180. Like, our marriage got to the point where we were almost going to go our separate ways. But because we came together and we talked, and then started just changing our mindset about how our marriage was now and what we wanted it to be, it completely changed. Like, our marriage is so much stronger and better than it is today. It was like we fell in love with each other all over again, and it was just really amazing. So that's my testimony, and that's my example of what changing your mindset can and can't do for you. So I'm just really passionate about this subject, and I really feel this subject because I've seen what it can do in my life, and then of course I've seen what it's done in other people's lives. So that's that. So here I want to just give you guys some ways to shift your mindset and some ways to help you create this habit for you so you can start living this amazing life that you were supposed to live. So change is inevitable, and we have to accept it, and we have to learn to anticipate it. It's understanding that it's a major mental hurdle, but we can train our brain to get better at handling change through just some of these simple mental exercises. So one is learn to meditate. I know you guys have heard me talk about the miracle morning, but this is one of the things. So in the miracle morning, what you do is you get up an hour before you get up an hour before you normally do. So like for me, I'll get up at like 7:30, but in order to do my miracle morning, then I get up at 6:30. So the rituals that you do are called savers. And so there's silence, there's affirmations, there's visualization, there's exercise, there's reading, and then there's scribing, which is journaling. So silence is the first one, and this is where you can meditate. And a really great, if you don't know how to meditate, or you're kind of wanting to learn how to meditate, but you don't know like where to start, there is a, excuse me, Shelby, if you can put this down for me, there is an app called Headspace, and it's free, and it will walk you through how to do it. And literally, I would just sit there. You can sit however you. Okay, well, I have to keep this thing plugged in, and it keeps like falling. So you can sit however you want to sit, but you just want to be in like a complete, like a silent room. And I put my headphones on and I just listen, and it teaches you how to really honestly just block out everything. Thoughts come in, you want them to go out, and just really kind of be in tune with yourself and focus on your breathing and just really help your mind to rest for 10 minutes. That's all you have to do. So Headspace is an app that I use. Make personal development a priority for yourself. Take time to work on you. This is really, really big. So you can't do anything, or let's say you can't be there for people, you can't do things for people if you aren't in your right state of mind. So sometimes we just have to be selfish, and that's okay to be selfish, because you have to take care of you before you can take care of anyone else. Personal development is a big priority, so something that you can do for yourself. I read self-help books all the time, and I have a few books here that I am going to recommend for you guys to read. So I love to read books for that personal development. I like to another one was Girl Wash Your Face. That's a really good book for kind of like personal development. So retrain your brain by noticing 3 positive changes per day. So make it a point to focus on positive changes. Just like I said, in the morning, if you do journal, have a gratitude journal be your 3 things that you focus on that day. Also too, a vision board is really great too. A vision board can, where you're wanting to be in life in 5 years. Create a vision board of what you want in your life, and then just, take some time to be silent and just visualize that. Accept change is going to happen with or without you. It's just up to you how you're going to approach it. We kind of touched a little bit about that. You can approach change with a negative attitude, or you can approach change with a positive attitude, and just know it's part of the journey. And with that change that you accept, you're going to come out of that so much stronger. Conversations you have with yourself are a direct reflection of your mindset. So this is another big thing, you guys, is Affirmations. Affirmations are a big part of how to change your mindset. No joke. Some of the conversations that I had with myself before learning about all this was, I'm a horrible wife. I am a bad mother. I am so fat. I am a horrible worker. Like, those were the talk that were going through my mind. And as I was saying that, it literally was just bringing me down. So that was obviously the reflection of my mindset was negativity. So in order to change that then is I would get up in the morning and I would say my affirmations, and I would just look in a mirror and I would say, I am a wonderful mom. I am a beautiful person. I am a wonderful wife. And you just keep on saying those things over and over and over again to train your brain, and then you're actually going to start believing it, and then positive things are going to start happening. I think one thing, which this will never happen, but I think one of my affirmations was, my children will listen to me and behave. Yeah, right. That never happened. So, then it comes back to change your language. So avoid phrases like, I am always like this, or I am always doing this. So make it a habit to talk about the good things going in your life, not complaining. And it's okay to talk about good things. And also, too, make sure that the people that you hang around with are also about talking about good things, not complaining. Because you could be there with a circle of friends and everyone's going to complain about, oh my gosh, they're going to complain about their husband. They're going to complain about their work. And then what's going to start happening? You're going to start complaining that, and that's when things are going to turn. So determine the mindset you need and act as if. So a really great example of this is healthy people. So one of their affirmations is, I love taking care of my body. I love nourishing it with whole foods and exercising daily. So if you're wanting to be healthy, if you're wanting to be healthy, change that mindset. So change the mindset of you're already healthy. Change the mindset that you're already at that weight. And then you're just going to make a habit of that. This also comes down to the self-help was learn and apply. So by reading books, you guys, read books and apply that into your life. One of the ones that I had talked about previously on my other video was You Are Free. And I really tried to, read that, and I really tried to apply that. And whenever I get into points where I'm worried or I'm anxious or I'm just feeling down, I come back and remember that this is not how God wanted me to be. God doesn't want me to live like this. God wants me to live a free life. So now I need to do things to get back to where that needs to be. Surround yourself with people that match your desired mindset. So again, if you want to be successful, if you want to have more money, if you want to live in a certain neighborhood, girlfriends and boyfriends, if I have some guys on here because I know I put this on my personal page, you need to hang out with those type of people. You want to be successful. Let's say you want to be a successful CEO of a company. Then hopefully you have some friends that are CEOs of companies and start hanging out with them. You are who you hang out with. They say this all the time. There was something, I don't remember who it was, but there were these, they're obviously very successful. I don't think they're alive now. But I think one of them was Ford. One of them was someone else, like one who did the cars. I don't remember who the other two were, but they all hung out with each other and they were all super successful. So make sure you're hanging out with people that have your right mindset. Hang out with positive people, not negative people, because that negativity is just going to suck the life right out of you. So jump out of your comfort zone. If you put yourself in situations that challenge you, you have no other choice than to rise to the occasion and upgrade your mindset. We don't learn if we're not challenged. We don't grow if we're not challenged. So you guys, I'm telling you, it may be uncomfortable, but we have to be comfortable getting uncomfortable. And it's really going to help us. So change that mindset of faith, not fear. Fear is just, think of fear as nothing to you, and nothing's going to stop you or nothing's going to get in your way. And think of fear as a positive thing. Fear is going to help you achieve what you need, and it's going to bring you out of something, and it's going to teach you, it's going to make you much stronger than you were before. A couple of things just to think about is do what you've always done, and you will always get what you have always gotten. So if you are, doing things mediocre, you're just going to have a mediocre life. If you do things that are, if you do things with passion, then passion's going to come, to your life. And you get what you deserve in your imagination. So if your imagination says that you don't deserve this, or this is what you deserve, remember the law of attraction. Whatever you put out there is what you're going to get back, you guys. So if in your mind you don't deserve the greater things in life, you're not going to get the greater things in life. We are meant to live this most abundant life. God wants to bless us so abundantly, you guys, and we just have to get in that mindset of what we really are supposed to have. We're not supposed to live these mediocre lives. We're not supposed to be in a stagnant job. We're not supposed to be unhappy. We're supposed to be following our dreams and doing these things to get to where we need to be blessed, to live this abundant life. So that is my Motivational Monday talk on mindset. And I told you guys that there were a couple of books that I wanted to really talk to you guys about. And if you're wanting help, with changing your mindset, if you're wanting help to see and really realize how powerful our minds are, and that you can really achieve anything as long as you put your mind to it. Like, you can really say, I'm going to have this car. And as long as you believe it and you do the things that you need to get there, you guys could have that car. They always say, one of it is with the whole visualization, like me, I would love to have a Range Rover. So one thing that's on my vision board is this black Range Rover that I want. And when time comes closer to where I work towards it, not only am I just visualizing it on my vision board, but I'm going to go down to the Range Rover dealership and I'm going to get in that car and I'm going to drive it. And then what that's going to do is that's going to muster up those feelings and it's going to motivate you, because now you're really feeling like, oh my goodness, what this feels like to be sitting in this car. This is my car. Affirmations. It's just gonna build all that excitement up in you. And once you believe it and you really feel like you have it, gosh darn it, you're gonna get it. I promise you guys, I promise you. So one of the books that I highly recommend is The Secret. And this is the book that changed my life. And this is the book that really got me thinking of, wow, there's such greater things in life out there that we're meant to have, but we're not utilizing what we need to utilize in order to get that. So you can either get The Secret at any Barnes & Noble. I know they have The Secret at Target. Or if you're into watching movies, me, not so much. I like to have a book in my hands to feel it and write notes down. They do have The Secret on Netflix. Another one is called The Strangest Secret, How to Live the Life You Desire. And this one is by Earl Nightingale. This is another great one that basically just talks about how powerful our mind is, and what basically the secret is how we can really manifest things in our life. So I just want to read this thing to you really super fast. So let me just start here because this is really interesting. Let's see here. If you take 100 individuals who start even at the age of 25, do you have an idea what will happen to those men and women by the time they're 65? So these 100 people who are all start even at the age 25 believe they're going to be successful. If you've asked any one of these people if they wanted to be a success, they would tell you they did. And you'd notice that they were eager toward life, and that there was a certain sparkle in their eye, an erectness in their carriage, and life seemed like a pretty interesting adventure to them. But by the time they're 65, 1 will be rich, 4 will be financially independent, 5 will still be working, and 54 will be broke. And so it says, so of 100, only 5 made the grade. So why do so many fail? What has happened to the sparkle that was there when they were 25? What has become of their dreams, their hopes, their plans? And why is there such a large disparity between what these people intended to do and what they accomplished? When you say about 5% achieve success, we have to define success. So remember, success could be anything, you guys. Success is not having all the money in the world or living in a big house. Remember I said success to me is sometimes getting up in the morning and taking a dang shower. So you need to know what success looks like to you. So definitely The Strangest Secret is another book. Also too, this is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, Unlock Your Master Key to Success. So this is another great book that is just going to show you what our minds can do and what they're capable of and how you can live an abundant life. In The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, Dr. Joseph Murphy gives you the tools you will need to unlock the awesome powers of your subconscious mind. You can improve your relationships, your finances, your physical well-being. Once you learn how to use this unbelievably powerful force, there is nothing you will not be able to accomplish. So, this is another great book. Another one is The Power of I Am, and this gears more towards the affirmations. Remember the affirmations that I was telling you to change your language and change your thoughts and change your self-talk. So this one just really just lets you know that I am. It's the two words that's going to change your life today. So I am a good mother. I am a wonderful wife. I am blessed. Those things like that. So in this, it's by Joel Osteen. So when you're going through the day, I am blessed. Blessings are going to pursue you. I am talented. Talent is going to follow you. I am healthy. Health is going to head your way, and I am strong. Strength tracks you down. So whatever you put out there, remember, is what you attract. So those are the 4 books that I recommend. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, and I will make sure to get back to every one of you guys. I just want to say thank you so much for sitting in on my video. And remember, every Monday is a Motivational Monday. So we're always going to talk about different topics. If there's a topic that you would like me to touch on, please, please, please feel free to put that also in the comment section. And I would definitely love to touch on that for you. So with that being said, you guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for sitting in on this. And if you felt like you got something out of it, please feel free to share this video, because there may be someone out there that you know that needs to hear this message and also may benefit from it as well. I always like to say thank you so much for your guys' support. It just means the world to me. I wouldn't be where I'm at today, and I wouldn't have gotten where I'm at today if it wasn't for all of you. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great Monday. You guys wake up tomorrow and put on that positive attitude and wake up saying, today is going to be a great Tuesday. I'm going to take on this Tuesday. I am going to let my light shine. So you guys have a great Tuesday tomorrow, and I will see you guys soon.